Good evening and welcome to State of Business on Art Television. I'm Nadon Sirivardhana. Let's have a look at the headlines. December import surge. 29.3% growth reflects economic recovery. Sri Lanka launches Export Excellence Initiative 2025 to boost global trade. News in detail. Sri Lanka's imports surged to $1,924.5 million in December 2024, marking the highest monthly import outflow for the year and a significant 29.3% increase compared to December 2023. This spike reflects heightened year-end demand and an overall recovery in the economy. Meanwhile, merchandise exports brought in $1,101.8 million, up 10% year-on-year, driven by strong performances in industrial and agricultural exports. Higher tea prices and robust exports of petroleum products, spices and coconut-related goods contributed significantly to this growth. However, this led to a trade deficit of $822.7 million for December, a sharp rise from the $486.8 million recorded in the same month of 2023. For the full year 2024, total imports amounted to $18.84 billion, while exports reached $12.77 billion, resulting in a trade deficit of $6.07 billion, up from $4.9 billion in 2023. Petroleum product exports doubled by $1.06 billion, while textiles and garments contributed to $5.06 billion, making it only the second year the sector surpassed the $5 billion mark. On the import side, machinery and equipment import rose 26.5%, signaling increased investments in infrastructure and construction. Spending on fuel imports decreased by 7.4% thanks to lower global prices. Consumer goods imports increased 13.9%, reflecting rising consumer spending. With the recent lifting of Sri Lanka's 5-year suspension on personal vehicle imports, the central bank reassured that it is well prepared to support up to $1 billion worth of vehicle imports in 2025 without affecting the country's economic stability. The Sri Lanka Purchasing Managers Index for Construction recorded an expansion in construction activities for December 2024. According to the Central Bank of Sri Lanka, the index for construction maintained an index value of 51.4, the same as in the month before that. While the steady index reflects stable activity levels, respondents emphasized the urgent need for large-scale construction projects to sustain industry growth. Key highlights from the report include new orders remain consistent, reflecting similar approval levels for construction projects as the previous month. It also included that the employment index continued to decline, though at a slower pace. The report further included the quantity of purchases index rose, aligning with increased construction activity. However, suppliers' delivery times were prolonged during December. Headline inflation in Sri Lanka continues its downward trend, remaining in negative territory for the 5th consecutive month. The Colombo Consumer Price Index recorded deflation of 4.0% in January 2025 compared to the 1.7% deflation in December 2024. Breaking it down further, non-food deflation increased to 4.7%, while the food category saw a deflation of 2.6% year-on-year. Month-on-month, the CCPI rose slightly by 0.47%, driven by higher prices in both food and non-food categories. Core inflation, which reflects the underlying trends, decelerated to 1.2% in January, down from 2.7% in December. The central bank projects deeper deflation in the near term, influenced by the recent downward adjustment in electricity tariffs. However, inflation is expected to return to positive levels, aligning with the targeted 5% over the medium term, supported by appropriate policy measures. Stay tuned, we will return after this commercial break. Welcome back. Sri Lanka is stepping up its export game with the launch of the Sri Lanka Export Excellence Initiative 2025. The groundbreaking effort by the Export Development Board in partnership with the International Financial Corporation and the European Union was launched in Colombo recently. SLEEI focuses on enhancing the export potential of Sri Lankan SMEs. Backed by the EU's Accelerating Climate Smart and Inclusive Infrastructure in South Asia program under the Global Gateway Strategy, the initiative is designed to create a sustainable export presence for SMEs globally. The initiative features three components: Expo Navigator for training and awareness, Expo Scale Up for export marketing and capacity building, Expo Connect for marketing access via trade fairs and B2B events. The program under Expo Scale targets key sectors such as processed foods, coconut-based products, ICT/BPO services, spices, herbal, cosmetics, handicrafts and lifestyle products. EDB Chairman Mangala Vijayasinghe emphasized the importance of the initiative, saying it offers Sri Lankan SMEs a pathway to long-term global success. Meanwhile, IFC country manager Jivog Sargsyan hailed SMEs as the engine of the economy, highlighting the critical role of trade facilitation and capacity building. The Hambantota International Port is gearing up to support a surge in vehicle imports following Sri Lanka's recent lifting of the import ban. With the local automotive market on the rise, HIP is set to play a pivotal role backed by cutting-edge infrastructure and a skilled workforce. Since 2018, HIP has significantly expanded its roll-on roll-off operations, growing from 238,997 units to an impressive 579,362 units in 2024. According to HIPG CEO Wilson Q, this growth underscores the port's capacity to handle large volumes and its vital role in Sri Lanka's automotive supply chain. HIP's dedicated facilities ensure smooth processing of vehicle imports with a customs inspection bay equipped with 24/7 CCTV monitoring and a secure storage area for vehicles awaiting clearance. It also includes a newly designed import yard capable of accommodating 4,000 vehicles, ensuring efficiency for both local and transshipment needs. Security at HIP meets international standards with 24/7 surveillance, access controls and illuminated areas ensuring the safety of vehicles and personnel. With a $2 million investment in infrastructure upgrades, HIP is well prepared to meet the growing demand for vehicle imports, reinforcing its position as a central hub for Sri Lanka's automotive industry. Now, the much anticipated Battle of the Hindus cricket encounter is set to take place on February 7th and 8th in Jaffna, bringing together the two prestigious Hindu colleges from Jaffna and Colombo. This annual event, now in its 14th edition, has grown into a celebrated tradition, promoting athletic excellence and strengthening community bonds. Out of the past 13 encounters, both schools have won 3 matches each, with 7 ending in draws. The match is proudly sponsored by the Janashakti Group for the 3rd consecutive year, showcasing their ongoing commitment to supporting youth, sportsmanship and Sri Lanka's cultural traditions. Speaking about the sponsorship, Ramesh Shafter, Managing Director and Group CEO of JXG, emphasized the vital role sports play in shaping young minds and fostering resilient communities.
Janashakti is very happy and proud to be able to sponsor this event, because it is an event which means a great deal to us, that a school from the north and a school from the south should come together to participate in a game of cricket. We have tried to support sports as much as we can, and cricket is something that we have supported much more than any other game. We have sponsored international matches for Sri Lanka cricket.
Stay tuned for the stock update. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on negative notes today. The all share price index dropped by 166.24 points to close at 16,956.49. And the S&P SL20 dropped by 49.13 points to close at 5,065.22. The turnover was over 3 billion rupees and over 121 million shares were traded. Up next are forex rates. That's all our news for today. For this and more, subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. Take care and good night.